Alright, so like I was saying, something got stolen out of the Louvre museum. Something that we went and saw in person, which is crazy. Yeah, like 2 months ago, we went and saw that in person, took pictures of it. Well, I didn't. My family took pictures of it and everything. They got pictures and shit. And now, 2 months later, 3 months later, it's gone. It got stolen. Which I'm telling you guys, that's fucking weird. Like, what a coincidence. At least we got to see it in person, but let's watch this video. This is called How Did the Louvre Robbers Pull Off
The world-famous Louvre Museum as panic-stricken tourists race.
Y'all see that? If y'all watch my vlog, you gonna see that we were recording that, showing all those paintings and everything right here on this video. Right here. Right here. If you want to watch that video, this is where it is. Boom. Look at that. Alright, y'all, so we are in the ferry already. We just got our food. Look at that. Right here. Look at that. Right there. I'm pretty sure it's right there. There, right?
Thank you, sir.
Looks similar, but it's not there.
I
do show it in the video.
You gotta take this hallway straight and then take a left, and we'll be there.
Right there where it looks a lot of Mona Lisa.
It's probably my favorite room. So
look at that. There you go. That's the room.
It's probably my favorite room so far. Yeah.
Look at that. You see that? And then let's go back to right here.
The Louvre, the world's biggest museum, a symbol of France, now a crime scene. On Sunday morning, in broad daylight, a gang of 4 professional thieves used this mechanical ladder to reach the first floor window of the Galleria d'Apollon. Using battery-powered disc cutters, 2 of them broke into the gallery's most ornate rooms.
Oh, there you go. What the? Is that the same one?
Like,
it has the same title, but it is not the same one. But yeah, like I was telling you guys, check this out. You see that? The hallway right here is the same one.
It's probably my favorite room so far. Yeah. You guys can
look at that. Boom, boom, boom.
See, everything is gold.
Check it out. Yeah, we had a spot that looks like.
But yeah, if y'all want to see the whole vlog, y'all can go check it out on the channel. It's on my profile. And if you're watching this on YouTube, it is down below in the description. But yeah, let's get back to
chaos inside the world-famous Louvre Museum as panic-stricken tourists race for the exit.
Like I said in the video, that was my favorite room because everything, like literally everywhere you looked.
It happened as robbers disguised as construction workers pulled off what's being called the heist of the century. They stole France's priceless crown jewels, but this one-time master jewel thief says these thugs are amateurs.
They made a lot of mistakes that says that they're not doing this a lot to me. They left a construction vest. They dropped probably a $10 million jewel. You don't drop something like that.
The former FBI agent who created the Bureau's National Art Squad adds that he wouldn't be surprised if the gang is captured quickly.
They had left a lot of forensic evidence behind. There's a lot of material there that the police will be looking at.
It happened just as the museum was opening. The gang climbed to this window.
You see what they're saying? They disguise as workers, and it happened when they were doing maintenance and stuff like that. That is the same story that happened with the Mona Lisa before it got famous. If you guys did not know, the Mona Lisa was not famous until it got stolen, and that's what got it popping, because of all the controversy behind it, of how it was stolen, and then they made replicas and this and that, and then they finally got it back, and no one even knows if it's the real one or if it's the replica. So that's what I'm thinking is happening right here. It's gonna go even more famous. It's gonna be more
On a mobile crane in broad daylight. They crashed into the gallery and smashed the glass displays. Then they escaped with the jewels, all in just 7 minutes. The loot includes the gem-encrusted crown of France's last empress, wife of Napoleon III, which they dropped and left behind. CBS News senior foreign correspondent Elizabeth Palmer is in Paris.
It's the most visited museum in the world. And people are saying, how could it possibly be so vulnerable to such an old-fashioned kind of smash-and-grab robbery, particularly one that happened in broad daylight?
The necklace belonged to Marie Antoinette, and it's worth millions. We're gonna steal it.
The robbery has echoes of the Netflix series Lupin, which features a robbery in the Louvre and similar scenes of panic. A robbery like the one at the Louvre can inspire copycat criminals. So museums and art galleries across the country, like New York's world-famous Met, are said to be reevaluating their security today. The stolen jewels are too famous to sell, so the fear is that the thieves will break them up, but they might also try to ransom them.
The Louvre wants their stuff, period. They could care less.
About that. Like we were talking with my family, and my brother said they gotta have someone that already wants that for them to have stolen that, you know, like they already gotta climb for it, and that makes sense. Like there's no way that they're just gonna steal something and then they try to go sell it off, knowing that it's so popular and that it's so known. They're gonna get caught, obviously. So they most likely already had a buyer ready.
They're willing to pay. I would bet they'd pay $20 million right now. They could care less. They're willing to pay. I would bet they'd pay $20 million right now.
We went ahead and saw right there. The one on the left. Yeah, like I was telling you, they got pictures of it from wherever we went. That one and the emerald necklace, the green one. Yeah. But this video is done already. Let's see the other one.
The Louvre.
Okay, this is a longer video. Let's keep watching.
The world's biggest museum, a symbol of France, now a crime scene. On Sunday morning, in broad daylight, a gang of 4 professional thieves used this mechanical ladder to reach a first-floor window of the Galleria d'Apollon. Using battery-powered disc cutters, 2 of them broke into the gallery's most...
Bro, once you're there in person, it is big as fuck. Like, you'll go in there thinking, oh, I'm gonna find the money easily. Nah, you gotta go through thousands of hallways and paintings before you get there. Which is, like, insane to think about. That many paintings.
Most ornate rooms.
Or not even paintings, but like artifacts and stuff like that.
France's royal jewels. Threatening security guards, they proceeded to smash display cases, stealing 9 items before trying to set fire to the ladder vehicle, then making their escape on scooters. No one was injured in the robbery, with the museum being
scooters, man,
being evacuated and closed for the rest of the day. The 9 stolen items all date from France's 19th century royalty and are encrusted with thousands of diamonds and other precious gemstones. They include a brooch that once belonged to Empress Eugenie, wife of Napoleon III, and a pair of emerald earrings.
The necklace is the one that we got a picture of. Well, I'm saying we, but they took it.
Empress Eugenie's crown was found near the scene.
That one. The crown in the back
apparently
is the one that we got the picture
dropped by the thieves in their haste to get away. The ornate crown features golden eagles and is covered in 1,354 diamonds and 56 emeralds. Investigators.
I'm gonna put the picture up on the screen on the YouTube
Cases are
video
checking
so
it
that
for
you guys
damage.
can see.
It's thought criminals prefer to steal jewels because they can be broken down and sold for cash, whereas it's harder to make money from precious stolen artworks, which are easily recognizable. Given these pieces' cultural and historical importance, it's been deemed impossible to put a value on them. The embarrassing incident has raised serious questions about security procedures protecting the museum's.
I feel like it was an inside job, not gonna lie. Someone that works there, that knows the schedule, had to have gave him like a heads up. Okay, they're doing a repair on this Sunday, this time, etc. And they knew it was the right
collection of over 500,000 items.
This operation lasted almost 4 minutes. It was very quick. We have to say that these are professionals. Organized crime today targets objects of art, and museums, of course, have become targets. Because France, as you know, is a country of heritage, a country with historical objects of heritage with great value.
France's embattled President Emmanuel Macron has vowed prosecutors will do everything possible to bring the thieves to justice, posting, "The theft committed at the Louvre is an attack on our heritage that we cherish because it is our history." Tourists.
I mean, that is true. Like, those jewels had been passed down.
Evacuated from the museum were bewildered at what had happened.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. That's crazy, right? Wow. Yeah, no. That's something for keep in mind for history. Something we won't forget. We could not go to the Louvre because had a robbery.
Well, when you rob the Louvre, that's a big deal to all of France. So I knew something was up because of the way they swept the whole museum. So.
But it's great. This is our last day of a long trip, and this is the most exciting part today.
Not them saying the heist being done.
You know, you think in the Louvre of all places, don't they have like the best security on the planet? So it's crazy. I'm thinking an inside job maybe.
You see what I'm saying? It had to have been, bro, because I feel like there's no way that could have been pulled off if it didn't have no inside.
Others were less surprised, including museum employee and union leader Elise Muller.
Alerts have been issued for months and months by all safety and security personnel, in particular to highlight the flaws and problems we are facing daily. And in fact, management completely ignored all these alerts. And today, what we feared happened, looting and pillaging.
Earlier this year, President Macron announced a 6-year renovation of the museum, estimated to be costing several €100 million. Its focus was on dealing with the record-breaking number of visitors and building failures, but security concerns may now be prioritised. The Louvre has suffered heists before, most notably when the Mona Lisa.
And the crazy thing is, whenever you're there in person, everybody's like trying to get you to move on from that hallway, from that room, so that everybody can keep flowing in and out. Dun, 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 dun. So that's what I'm saying. This had to have been an inside job. Because the day I was there in the fucking Mona Lisa right there, you could not even walk, bro. It was like everything was so full that, bro, I was recording the whole thing. I don't know what happened to it, but I had gotten lost. And I was over here like checking for everybody there, trying to find my people and shit, bro.
It was stolen in 1911 by a former worker, Vincenzo Perugia. It wasn't recovered until by a former worker. before.
See what I'm saying? They had
Most notably when the Mona Lisa was stolen in 1911 by a former worker, Vincenzo Perugia. It wasn't recovered until 1913, when Vincenzo attempted to claim a reward for locating it. Some experts think these thieves will struggle to capitalize on their crime.
Ces pièces sont trop connues.
And fun fact, they made 6 copies, like exact replicas of the Mona Lisa while it was lost, sold them off to the highest bidder, you know, made some money off of those fake paintings, and then that's whenever they sent the Mona Lisa back and got some money for it.
These pieces
Crazy,
are too well known, too publicized. It's a bit like when the Mona Lisa was stolen. You see, the thief at the time didn't realize the scale of his act. Here, the pieces are unsellable, except that they are made of precious materials. But we are at 10, 20, 100 times the...
That's what I'm saying. I think they're doing this as a way of bringing more attention to the actual items, so that they become
intrinsic
more
value
popular.
of the objects, since there is considerable historical value there.
Historique considérable.
The Louvre has remained closed today. Its popularity has been boosted in recent years with stories of fictional break-ins in novels like The Da Vinci Code and TV shows like Lupin.
You see? This is all planned, man. It's all planned to bring more attention to the museum, so that it can build that, like you guys call it, that aura of like, oh my god, this is a museum where these heists have happened and this and that. And it brings more.
Et vous sortez millionnaire.
Now museum authorities are dealing with the reality, facing tough questions of complacency and competency at a time when France itself is teetering on political and economic chaos. Losing these priceless jewels now is not just a blow to this former royal palace turned museum, but to a proud symbol of the Republic itself. Well, joining us now is Christopher Marinello, an attorney who specialises in recovering stolen works of art. Christopher, thanks for speaking to us. Firstly, what was your initial reaction when you heard the news about the Louvre heist?
Well, I was shocked that thieves managed to infiltrate the Louvre. I mean, over the last few months, there have been many thefts at smaller museums all over the world, all over Europe. But to hit the Louvre, that's a pretty big piece.
This is not the first time the Louvre has suffered a heist before, but it was an incredibly simple and effective plan, using a ladder, using ordinary tools. What does this say about the security situation at the museum?
Well, the Louvre is one of the most well-funded museums in the world, and the security is, generally speaking, the best in its class. Unfortunately, there was some construction going on at the Louvre. Perhaps it was a little bit lax on that particular day, although the fact that someone was working on a Sunday at 9 a.m. should have raised a red flag. That's kind of an unusual thing, especially for Paris. But you know, there was the jewels were kept near a window in a case that could be broken into with the right tools, and the criminals brought the right tools.
It's being said it'll be a lot easier to get rid of the jewels into the black market. They can be broken down. It would be much harder if they had stolen a piece of artwork. What should investigators, in your experience, be doing now? Because they're in a race against time, aren't they?
That's right. There's over 60 investigators working with the French police right now that are trying to locate the gangs that were responsible. They're trying to infiltrate every single source that they know, because they recognize that the thieves are trying to hide the crime by breaking up the jewels. They don't care at all about the cultural significance of the pieces. They're just looking at the raw diamonds, sapphires, and emeralds, and they
That thing has already been sold to a rich dude. To a fucking billionaire who just wants it to have it in his house. Like, oh, I got the wife of Napoleon's crown.
You need to take them to a place to break them up, like Antwerp, Tel Aviv. Even India, find a dodgy jeweler who will break them up for them and make them completely untraceable.
And in terms of making them untraceable, I mean, this is news around the world. The authorities will be on watch. How easy is it to sort of get these jewels over borders, and will they have to wait some time before they can try to sell them on the black market?
Unfortunately, it's not that difficult. You could sew jewels inside a lining, get them through an airport. You know, once you take the metal out, they won't go off. And get them to a country where you can find a dodgy jeweler who won't ask any questions and cut a larger stone into smaller stones. And then they've succeeded in monetizing their crime.
And what is the lesson for museums, big and small, around the world after this heist?
If you have gold, if you have jewels of this magnitude, lock them up because they're coming for you next. That's the message. We have to... Our smaller museums that don't have this kind of funding need to consider putting these types of items in a lower ground floor, in a vault-like atmosphere where thieves cannot easily get to. Museums should also consider perhaps a
Bro, that's why I'm telling you guys, like, whenever you're in there in person, while I was recording and shit, bro, the workers kept looking like, what is he doing? And I even caught it on camera. Like, a lot of places where we were at, they were like trying to see what you were doing. And I feel like this is why, like, some of them might be thinking you're planning a heist or something, like checking out the weak spots, you know, like scouting the place to hit a heist or something like that. It's like, bro, I get it, but we're not here for that. We're here to record. Especially in the Vatican, that's something that happened more right there. The Vatican and at the, where was it? It was another museum in London when we first got there. I forget what it was called, but yeah, if it comes back, I'll mention it. But at that one and then the Vatican, it was like the places where they were most strict. In the first place that I'm saying, you guys, in London, they kept telling me, hey, don't record this and that. But I kept putting the camera down and keep recording, bro, because we gotta get that footage. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's because they don't want people to know the layout of the place and stuff like that, because then it's easier for them
photo
to
entry system where you need to show a passport or photo ID to get into a museum, which might discourage future thieves from casing the joint in advance. I know a lot of people.
See what I'm saying? That's what they think you're doing when they're
will complain about privacy issues, but you know, I don't have a problem showing my passport at the airport.
And they already do that in the Vatican. Like, you had to show your passport, go through a security check. It literally felt like you were at the airport.
I don't have a problem showing a passport at a museum because I'm not there to.
Look at this. Let me show you a quick clip. Look. Right here. You literally have to go through a security place, like right here. Where is it? This is in the Vatican. Look at that. As soon as you
walk, security checkpoint right here. Like if you're at the airport.
Look at that. Metal detectors and everything. Security everywhere. You see that? Right there. Right here. Bro, what the heck? All of that. That's annoying. But yeah, bro, if y'all wanna watch watch go check it out right here. Wedo Live. But like I was saying, it's like really fucking strict. That's what I'm saying. All these places
to steal anything.
No wonder they're like that. They know what they have, and they don't want to get it stolen.
The Louvre is about to undergo extensive renovations. Do you think they should think carefully about security, potentially moving items to other locations now?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they need to. Like I said, the Tower of London has a very good system in.
I feel like that's the best thing to do. Like move the items around every once in a while. That way, if they scoped out the place, they don't know where it's at now.
Place for protecting the British Royal Crown jewels. And unfortunately, every museum that has diamonds and jewelry of this nature has to consider that level of security.
And in terms of where we might see the investigation going next, we know that there were 4 individuals involved. Will they be able to identify these guys at all?
The BRB, the French local police, are very good. I've worked with them in the past, and the OCBC in France. Terrific investigators, great police officers, and I'm convinced that they will catch these guys eventually. But as we have seen at the Blenheim Palace theft, where they stole the golden toilet, and the Green Vault in Dresden in 2019, arrests are made, criminals go to jail, but the jewels are never recovered.
Exactly, because they have already been sold, and they are at someone's house, chilling right there, being enjoyed by their buyer. Alright, y'all, so it is the video. What the fuck? Alright, y'all, so it is the end of this video right here. Hope you guys enjoyed. And again, like I said, if y'all want to check out those videos, those vlogs, they'll be linked down below in the description. I'll catch you guys in the next